So in the crazy world that we have today, it's been very difficult for Hasbro to properly, through a PR and investor kind of way, to reveal their new Transformer product. In a world where we don't have San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, and of course the Jarvis Center's New York Toy Fair, Hasbro had to kind of pivot in ways to make, I guess, the investors and the non-Transformer world excited about their new products. And in a way to kind of be hip and with it, in a world where we all now use Zoom and webcams and streaming, we have been force-fed the Fan First Fridays or Transformer Tuesdays or Hasbro PulseCon or whatever they're trying to do pretty much to do that. I'm not knocking it, it's just the way the world has had to pivot to survive and do things. I firmly believe that in a world where we didn't have the big V and we didn't have all the craziness that's going on, we'd probably know everything about Kingdom and Studio Series and all of that right up to this point. As of this recording, we would know everything. But that is not the case. So Hasbro now has slowly trickled everything out little by little and trying to make it really, interesting for people. And again, by putting faces with creators and stuff like that and other people that work at the company, it's more for a PR reason and an investor reason and less for us. Us, we really just want to see the product. And in a world, like I said, where they don't have a nice big booth that they could just have 10,000 people to 50,000 people at a San Diego Comic-Con walking by to get excited about a ARC playset, it's a lot more difficult for them. So now we have yet another, according to their Instagram account, Hasbro Pulse's Instagram account, another Fan First Friday coming this week. It's going to be on Friday, October 16th, 2020, and it's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, yet another one pop up out of nowhere. Just a couple days later, we're going to be discussing what's here. But let's read what they wrote in their statement on their Instagram. They write, "Hey Transformer fans, join us for an epic Fan First Friday live stream with the Transformers team. Streaming on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube this Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The team is planning some awesome reveals from your favorite Transformer lines, including the long-awaited Studio Series. Not going to want to miss this. Trust us when we say this, it'll be more than meets the eye. Hashtag Hasbro Pulse, hashtag Pulse, hashtag Fan First Friday, hashtag Transformers, hashtag more than meets the eye, blah, blah, blah." So, looks like they're going to give us the long-awaited Studio Series, which what that translates to us is we're going to probably get to see our first official look at Studio Series 86 stuff. Not through dubious reviewers, not through Walmart leaks, but now officially through them and their primary principal photography. The question is now, how are they going to go about it? Is it going to be kind of like what they did with Hasbro PulseCon a couple of weeks ago, where we'll get a little bit of Kingdom, of stuff that was already shown to us through those leaks and everything, along with a couple new things, and maybe sprinkle some R.E.D. Reveals with it? I think that's probably going to be the case, considering they don't mention Kingdom here. I think we're going to get a little chunk of Studio Series and some R.E.D., but then that leads to, well, what is going to be there? Well, there's what we've seen visually through other people, and then there's what we've seen through Walmart listings that are publicly available online through apps and everything like that. So what have we seen already is all like the Deluxe Cup of Studio Series 86. We've seen that. The Voyager Scourge and the Voyager Hot Rod. We've seen those. What haven't we seen yet? Well, through those Walmart listings, we haven't seen the Leader Class Grimlock with Wheelie. We haven't seen the Leader Class Slag with Daniel. I still question the name on that because I'm surprised that Hasbro wants to go with Slag instead of Slug. But yeah, a Leader Class Dinobot Slag with Daniel, which we'll call it the Transformer Slag podcast box set. We have the Deluxe Gnaw, the Sharkticon. We have a Deluxe Blur and a Deluxe Jazz, which is probably the most interesting to me of the whole bunch because of the trademarking and how that works for his alt mode of the Porsche. I'm really curious how they're going to go about that, but that one also. So those ones are probably, the ones that the way I see it, we're probably going to see Cup officially. We're probably going to see Scourge officially, maybe Hot Rod too, because they might as well. And they're going to throw in a leader class. They're going to give us a leader class also, just like they gave us like a leader class with Megatron. So Beast Wars Megatron from the Kingdom stuff. So I see them like probably pulling out the Grimlock and Wheelie. And with those three that we've already seen, we probably won't see Slag and Gnaw and Blur and Jazz. I want to be wrong, but they'll probably just do like maybe 4 and save the rest for later. As for probably sprinkling in some R.E.D. stuff also of their 6-inch line, well, what haven't we seen yet up to this point that has been teased to us? Well, there's still that G1 Bumblebee that we saw a listing of, and we still haven't seen anything of it. So that one for sure. There also was a listing for a redeco Optimus Prime, so they're going to take the Optimus Prime mold and redeco it. Is it going to be a black repaint Nemesis, black Convoy, black Prime? Who knows? Is it going to be a battle damage one? Is it going to be an Ultra Magnus? Probably wouldn't be, because they probably call it Ultra Magnus. But it's going to be some kind of redeco of the Prime mold. We have a Starscream that I'm pretty sure I read it was a G1 Starscream, which makes sense because then you could just Seeker repaint the hell out of that. And then the last one, a Transformers Prime Knockout, which kind of works well with him also winning the Hall of Fame. So those ones, we'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 of those that I just listed will also probably be shown off. And that'll be that. Again, I don't think they're going to show anything more of Kingdom. They didn't mention it, so it's something that I'm pretty sure they're just going to focus on Studio Series and save more for later. This seems like a thing that we just kind of revisit every couple of weeks or so because they could do it now. There's no rush anymore for them to go, oh man, San Diego Comic-Con's in a couple of weeks. We got to like prepare the crazy big displays and the crazy this and make sure we're showing all our product, even if it's just hand-painted prototypes on display, primarily because that's their big weekend to show off to a bunch of people. The sad thing about these streams, these Fan First Fridays, is they're really generated and focused on hardcore fans that are going to go out of their way to watch this. Especially, think about it this way. It's a Friday at 11 a.m. Most people are working, so or at school alternatively. So it's something that it's really just the hardcore fans that are going to go out of their way to watch this. And that's that. As opposed to, like I said, mentioned before at the beginning of this, when you have something like a San Diego Comic-Con, where you have a humongous booth and you have 50,000 people in a general region of the convention walking by your booth, you could get people who are not hardcore Transformer fans to go, hey, look at that big thing, and go over and check it out and learn and maybe become interested in the product. So the need to go crazy, go balls out, and show everything right away is not there. It's not there, so instead they're going to take, if they have like 20 figures they want to reveal, they'll take 4, maybe 5, reveal it, and then they'll come back to us in 2 weeks or something. It's kind of, I guess it's a way to keep fans talking and keep them interested in the brand. Makes sense, I guess so. Not going to take their side on it, but I guess it makes sense, kind of keeps things on a pace. Kind of goes back to what I was saying in my last segment, how, when it comes to binge watching Transformer content, it's better to have something that comes out once a week than something that releases all the episodes in one day and then someone just binge watches it all and then they have nothing for the rest of the year. I guess this is kind of the way they look at it. Reveal 4 figures, wait 2 weeks, do it again, keep people talking, keep the news outlets talking, keep the PR people talking, keep the websites talking that are not Transformer based, whether it be IGN or Geek News or something. And more importantly, keep the investors interested so they keep buying stock in the company and they get to take that stock and make money into more money. So yeah, that's what's going to be coming. Should be interesting. So definitely, again, in literally like 3 days from now, we'll be talking about this at 11 a.m., Friday, Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully we'll see some really cool stuff and get to the bottom of all of this.